Okay, here we are, another Sunday fun day, trying to get this Chevelle done. Slow process, but we're getting there. So basically I've been jumping around on different little projects on this. I still haven't bled the brakes. I haven't had time to make my adapter for the pressure bleeder. But I'll get that done during this week. It's going to be crazy this week, but I'll try to fit it in. So this way, maybe hopefully next week I'll have these brakes bled. I got the regulators in a few weeks ago. And let me just make sure you can see me on the screen here. I got the regulators in, so I got the door glasses in, my stops are set, and it's squared up to the opening. I don't have a power source available to me this morning. I was using my jump pack. However, I left it in my other service truck at the shop, so I don't have it with me today. So otherwise I would show how they go up and down. And also I got the moldings in. I got the weather stripping in, weather stripping on the door. I got the quarter glass, I would say at about 85%. I can't find my stops, so I ordered new stops. I found some OEM stops online, and I bought both sides. So this way, all the stops, top, bottom, and upper rear for the quarters, I'll have all three of them for both sides. This door is 100% set. The passenger door is something that we talked about a bunch of times, and I'm leaving the door, as I said in a couple videos ago, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start outfitting that door probably today. I'll try to get that regulator in. I got to get the holes drilled. That is a pain. I need a little bit more room on the other side to actually do that, so I'm not sure where I'm going to get with that. I was going to put the glass in for the other quarter, however, I just remembered that that other quarter glass is still sitting at my shop, most likely in our storage room, and I'm going to have to go hunt that down, because I do want to use all the original brackets and all that that go on the quarter glass. The aftermarket ones, I'm sure, are fine, but I have them. I'd rather utilize them. They're basically like brand new. This car's been babied since I got it in 1975, and prior to me it was garaged its whole life, which was only, what, 3 years? Not even 3 years. I bought it, it was 3 years old. And the only non-original thing that this car had was the engine. Somehow the guy blew it up, I guess, just trying to race or whatever he was doing, and he ended up putting a period correct big block in there, but it wasn't numbers matching. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not doing a restoration. You know, and again, I'd rather do whatever you want to call this, a resto mod, period correct, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I call it my car. So I got the dash in, the gauges in. Like I said, I've been bouncing around, concentrating a little bit more on interior than anything else, and that's probably where I'm going to spend some time today. I spent a little time yesterday, not necessarily on the car, but on some research, finding parts that I need that who the hell knows where they are. So as you notice back there, some of the boxes, actually many of the boxes are gone, at least 10-15 boxes are gone. Mostly it was all interior parts like the dash, the gauges, the wiring, all that good stuff, and I got pretty much a lot of the wiring done under there too. So let's take a minute, and I'm going to pop the camera off, and also I actually have a clean bench for once, somewhat organized. Let's pop the camera off. I'll show you what I did inside and do a little walk around, and we'll go from there. And the weekly disclaimer, not a cameraman. Let's just take a look here at my mess. As you can see, the mess actually has minimized, and a lot of it is like the old stuff. I have a lot of the old suspension parts there, and I have pretty much all the old parts. I'm going to save them. I'm not tossing them. There's no reason to. Even the drums and the rotors are actually good. I think I replaced them in 1976 or 7, and I got them right from the dealer, so it's all OEM stuff. So let's take a quick look inside here. It's a little bit of a disaster in here, but just kind of sorting things out. So as you can see, the glass is in, the regulator's all set, the rattle clips are all set. This one here actually is a hanger. That's the rattle clip there. So the glass has a little bit of play in it, not a lot, just enough. and the bottom stops have always been in. Those haven't moved. The other stop is on the glass. It's going to be hard to see. It's at the bottom of the glass. And the stop on this side is also at the bottom of the glass. And the stop comes up, and it actually, you can see it stop right there. It actually has a little point, goes right in there, and that's that. I got to tighten them up a little bit. So we got the dash in. The steering wheel is the OEM steering wheel. It's kind of got a little funk on it, but that'll clean up nice. I do have a brand new wheel, which I'm going to use. So basically, the dash is in. It went in pretty good. I even tried the top cover, and the dash cover went on, and it fit properly. I know a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't fit, and this and that. Let me tell you something. I've had this car, like I said, since 1975, and the aftermarket stuff I have right now, from my recollection, fits better than the original stuff. I worked for Chevrolet, and these cars, and pretty much all cars, nothing ever fit perfect. So, you know, if you see something that was restored, everything fits perfect, that's not what it was like from the factory. And like I said, I worked for Chevrolet for a few years, and I pretty much saw all these cars, Corvettes. We saw the whole 9 yards over there. I used to work for Redmond Chevrolet in Stamford, and nothing fit 100%. You know, that's a bunch of BS, you know. Anyway, so I just got the carpet laid out just to start getting it to kind of lay down a little bit. As you see, I got all kinds of moldings there. I got the weather stripping. I have all the window felts, and that's the other thing. I put the window felt in that fit pretty damn good for it's the original style aftermarket, and it fit quite well. I used screws here instead of using those stupid push clips, because number one, the push clips don't fit, and I'm not going to start drilling and making things fit. So I just use number 6 screw, not a self-tapper, or an actual screw, and I put a little washer in there just to take up you know, a little pressure off the rubber. The rubber itself fit in every hole perfectly. A little pain in the butt to push in there. You know, I don't have the strength in my hands anymore that I did when I was a kid. So, but for the most part, it fit nice. Again, here's another aftermarket piece, and I do have the original, and that fit exactly the way it should fit. Holes lined up 100%, nothing was off. Again, with the weather stripping, I used screws down here again to help with those push clips. I hate those things, and they have their purpose, but not for this. I just don't agree with this. This fit into the channel perfectly, all the way back. It fit all the way back into here, and that fit pretty nice. I'm gonna do a little concentrating on the quarter glass. The glass is in here actually. That's in. It's lined up. Door closes up against it properly. The only piece that I do need to put on is this piece here, which goes on the end of the quarter glass, and it goes this way. It goes on the end of the quarter glass, and then the door glass stops up against this. So this is all lined up, and it wasn't as bad lining it up. I mean, I had to go back in memory of how we used to do it, because it's a pain in the butt if you don't know how to do it. But for the most part, it worked out good. And what else do we have? Oh, in yesterday's adventures, I finally got a chance to, and again, this is a little bit of a mess here. And again, I got to use my balancer from Eastwood, and I did a set of tires on my son's car. And we used the tire machine. We used the tire machine, we used the balancer, and I still got to do 2 more because it started raining, so we had to stop. But I did his front brakes, and we got to do the rear brakes, and those are the rear tires there. And the balancer, for the most part, was, you know, right on. It was 100%, works beautifully, and I think it was probably one of the best investments I ever made for my home shop. Would I use it commercially? For the amount of tires I do at my shop, yes, I would. Would I recommend these products? And again, nobody pays me. I pay for everything here. So would I recommend these products for a home shop or someone that lightly does tire work and doesn't want to run to the corner garage or whatever to have them balanced, or, you know, whatever? for an investment of approximately, I might be off on this, but I think I might have bought them on sale. But I think for both of them was just around $3,000. And for me, it's perfect, because I do all my car work, believe it or not, even though I got a full shop. I do everything here. Once I leave that shop, I'm there for so many hours. I really don't want to go there if I don't have to. You know, I only want to go there when I have to work, and that's it. Once I'm done, I want to leave and come home and do what I do here. So basically, again, not a lot of stuff got done, but a lot of tedious stuff got done. The dash actually went in easy. The gauges, you got to be really careful how you screw the gauges in, and that's also on your OEM dash. The little, I call them standoffs, where the parts screw into. You got to be very gentle, or you're going to snap that stand off, and then you got to sit there, try to glue it or whatever. And luckily, I just took my time with it, just a couple of turns, and I stopped, because you don't want it to heat up. Because as you're screwing in, even though you're just doing it with a hand screwdriver, it's still going to heat up. It's going to start weakening that plastic, and next thing you hear that crack, and then you know you're done. And at that point, you got to glue it. You got to be careful how you pull the screw back out of it. It's a pain in the butt. And if you want them to go really, really easy, if you were to get a fine, very small drill on a very small, drill bit on a very small handheld drill, and just clean them up a little bit, and the screws will go in a lot easier if you want to do them a little quicker. But other than that, I mean, for the most part, it looks good. It fit with my air conditioning unit. It does touch the AC unit just a tiny bit, but then again, it's a 50-year-old car. I'm sure things are twisted. It's not going to be perfect, because again, I didn't replace really any sheet metal on here. Everything is as it was, and you know, it's going to be twisted here and there, but for the most part, everything fit pretty good. The dash looks really good. I compared it to my original dash, and the only difference is in the back. You can see all the chrome color, whatever, plating, whatever you want to call it, but on the original it's black. So that's really the only difference. I mean, when you put them side by side, the aftermarket product, which I think this one came, it was either from I think it came from Legendary. I don't remember where I got the dash, or I got it from NPD, I think. And I compared them. The grain is 100% on point. The color, you know, the color obviously is going to be a little different. Mine was a little faded, and you know, through all the years of having it. And the only pain in the butt part was that stupid light switch, the harness. Trying to push that harness on was a friggin' nightmare. But other than that, the harness, as you can see, if you look down over there, you'll see it dangling a little bit right there. The harness, for the most part, routed in the original spot, and it reached everywhere with a little touch of wire to spare, so nothing is you know, nothing is overstretched or, you know, yanked into place. It really fit well. And the harness, we're not going to use every part of that harness, because we do have the aftermarket AC and heat system. So that part of it, I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to tuck it away under the dash. You're never going to see it, so there's no sense starting to cut things. But today's project is going to be playing with the quarter glass, and I think at this point I really need to run the harness for the AC, so this way I still have room to do that, and before I get carried away, and then I'll be like, oops, forgot to do something. So I got to get all my wiring out of the way. I also ordered in the radiator, and I ordered something else. I don't remember what it was, but basically the radiator will be here so I can finish up the AC plumbing, which is going to be a big plus. And I'm just going to kind of look around and see if there's anything else I should do before the radiator goes in, because right now that big gaping hole in the front there where the radiator is missing is really, really beneficial to getting your hands in and around this motor to get things done. The motor for itself is done, at least I hope it is. I still need to rephase my rotor. I want to check that. I didn't check that, but I do want to check that before I put the radiator in, because I do got to climb up there, and again, another pain in the ass, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. And that was it. That's pretty much what I got done. Was really just kind of got a little aggressive with the interior work, with the mat, laying out the carpet just to make the carpet lay out, playing with the glass. You know, that's all the tedious stuff I'm trying to get out of the way. I want to do something every weekend. I had to work last weekend, so I didn't have much time in here. I did work for a short time yesterday, so when I got home, I did have to help my son with his car, so we took care of that. And then I did a little cleanup in here and organizing, and you know, again, to set up some boxes and whatever for recycling, cut those up. And I do need to get to some yard work, but that ain't gonna happen today because it's raining. So I got out of that. You know, God got me out of that one. And I guess that's it. So you know, picture of the somewhat clean bench, which you probably never see again. It'll be a disaster next week. And I guess that's it. Let's put this camera back on the stand and let's finish up. Okay, so you know, in my book, I consider what I got done quite a bit of work. The glass stuff, I really had to think about or go back in memory of okay, what's the easiest way to set all this up? And you know, I got that pretty easy. I only spent maybe, I would say, about a half hour, 45 minutes getting the glass lined up. And the only part that was a little bit of a pain in the butt is I don't have the trim on the quarter glass yet. I thought I had the urethane, which I did, but somebody decided to use it at the shop and not cover it back up. So that was a $50 tube gone. So I threw that out, ordered some new stuff that actually I found that on Amazon, and it'll be here today. Amazon is good. You can find a lot of things, especially if you need them within a day or two. You might pay a little bit more on some of the stuff, but at least you get it quick. And to me, you know, the extra $5, $10, whatever, is totally worth it because, again, time constraints. It's all it is. My whole life is a time constraint. So I guess one of the things that I'd like to do is I'd like to do a couple videos of you know, actually putting some parts on and things like that, but I don't have someone to run the camera for me. And the camera just sitting there in one spot is just not going to work, and you're not going to see anything. It'll be a waste of time. It'll be a dumb video. So I'm kind of working on that. I'm trying to figure out how can I do some projects and, you know, kind of have you see me go through them, maybe, you know, give you some ideas, or you could give me some ideas how to change something. And so on and so forth. So I'm trying to make things better, but again, I'm all alone here, so it's kind of hard. So I need a good camera person. But other than that, you know, just going through my my Fisher body manual, which I've had for 100 years. That's an original. It's not a reprint, as you can see with all the nasty dirt and everything on it. I've had it for years. I have all the original paperwork for this car too. I have the original owner's manual. I believe I have all the brochures, again, all OEM brochures. I did buy one OEM brochure that's actually like new old stock. I just wanted an extra one, but I think I got 2 or 3 of those. Because I got them when I was at the Chevy dealer. Even though I was at the Chevy dealer in, I think it was 76. So I had bought my car in 75 and the car was a 72. We had an extra garage that was kind of like a catch-all, and I just happened to stumble on a bunch of OEM brochures and little added things for the car and all that. So I was able to get a few of those. And so basically I was kind of lucky to be in the right place at the right time. And a lot of my emblems and things like that that I would see on the shelf, I would purchase them, and finally I found all my SS emblems and all that. So all the emblems that will go on this car are going to be original. The only one I can't find, but I think I know where it is. I think it's still on my bumper, and my bumper sitting in storage down at my shop, is the bumper SS emblem. I can't find an original one. I'm looking for a new old stock. So this way, again, it's clean. I don't got to sit there and clean it up, paint it, and all that tedious crap. And mine's probably in good shape, but I'll have to look. I'm going to have to look for that too. I'll try to look for that this week. And again, nothing's easy to find over there either. That place is definitely a disaster. So anyway, I guess that's it for today. I'll see you guys next week, and you know, hopefully there'll be a little bit more done or a lot more done. We'll see. Have a good weekend, whatever's left of it.